amazing that the Fae can flourish in such a warm environment.
Thank the gods, but it's good you're here. I'm Silhouette of Honor, the village mediciner, and I need your help. Stay safe.
The land flourished under her gentle plumes. As life returned to the burnt expanse, the people crawled from their caves and saw a majestic silhouette against the open sky. They praised Saina and worshipped her likeness. She replied with a call that still echoes on the wind.
What is it?
You are my contact. I should have known. Punctuality is not one of your people's strengths, and you have so few. You may recall our mutual friend, Formerus Hughes, the gnome who brought you back to life? I suspect you would, but I gather you've been quite busy. Well, Scholar Hughes has been missing since the attack on his tower. As his patron, I am quite concerned. I want you to find him. You are, how shall I say, uniquely suited to the task. Don't be obtuse. I am his patron. As such, I own everything that Scholar Hughes produces. I suppose that includes you as well. The secrets in his laboratories are meant for gnome eyes only. They must be controlled. At any cost. I could ask the same question. For all I know, Formerus Hughes is on the run from you. I am willing to assume that's not the case. Simply put, you may be my only chance of locating Hughes, just as I may be yours. It would seem the incident in Alistar made Scholar Hughes a touch paranoid. Every time we receive a clue about his location, he vanishes before I can reach him. But he's running out of places to hide. It's my opinion that there's one hope left to finding Hughes. You. And I'm grateful. Scholar Hughes is quite fortunate to have friends like us. Hughes has an old laboratory in the cavern of Saltwell Mines. I believe he's been conducting research there since the destruction of Alistar Tower. Find him, and you will be rewarded for your contribution to science. I will await your success in the Librarium in Edessa. He may have returned to us. He's quite paranoid.
What is it?
Have I been down here so long? Is the madness so great that I see the faces of the damned before me? Or is it really you? It is! By the tome! Come closer. Let me look at you. It has been an eternity since I've seen a trusted face. Are you? In many ways, your awakening has brought me nothing but misery. But that is not your fault. I am to blame for all of it. Wait. Do you hear that sound? It could be the Sons of Laz, but it could be someone else. The last we spoke, it was the Tuatha that reduced my lab to cinders. Now it's assassins. Everywhere I go, destruction follows. I have grown so weary of it, my friend. All I ever wanted was to unlock death's secrets, to shed light on the shadows. I never wanted this. Thank you for more than just your protection, for being the one good thing to come of this disaster. I have few friends, but I gladly count you among them. You must be mistaken. I've tried to contact him ever since I fled Alistar, but he never replied. Until now. Octien. Of course. When all the facts are considered, the truth will emerge. Ah, I am a fool! Octien has sent you to search for me. To have us killed together. Those assassins are proof of this. The Well of Souls is his project. Once it was functioning, he no longer needed me. Not if he could salvage the well in Alistar with Ventrinio's help. Ventrinio de Cellini. We used to work together, in this lab, on projects sponsored by Templar Octien. But when we were tasked with creating the well, Ventrinio sought to use any means at our disposal, regardless of the implications or consequences. Eventually, he was taken away, and I was sent to work at Alistar. But it seems he continued his work here. Long enough to create those monsters. They are the animated dead. Early experiments in the field of immortality. They will forever haunt these cursed caverns. Ventrinio named them after a mythical figure who rose from the dead. He looked on them and saw potential. I see only abominations. No, not me. But Ventrinio's old notes suggest that he may know a way into Alabastra. I wonder, perhaps, is it possible that you have met Ventrinio already? That would explain it. You were attuned to his well, but raised from mine. Unfortunately, the only way to find Ventrinio is to go through Templar Octien, which will not be easy now that we know of his treachery. Never. The only voice he wishes to hear is his own. We cannot deal with Octien within the boundaries of Edessa. Not alone. There is one who has the power to discredit him. Templar Joriel. She is reputed for her wisdom and strength of character. And as I recall, she and Octien do not exactly see eye to eye on matters of policy. If Joriel can make Octien answer for his crimes, then we will gain access to his information. That includes the location of Ventrinio's lab. If you wish to uncover the mystery of your death, then you will need Ventrinio. He is the key to Alabastra. Find Templar Joriel in Edessa. We don't have much evidence, but I have a feeling she will help us. Oh, don't call it that. I know it's unpleasant, but when you work with the
Keep it brief. I've work.
The widow? I've seen those. Beasts. They ripped my hut. Beware the forest.
This here's Dyden Hill Village.
So Brother Fallon is dead. I'm able to supply it. The village has not always been farewell.
What's needed?
Shopping for books? Ah, the guest of Sandstone Villa. If you've a head for books, come again.
Welcome. I've a fully stocked apothecary. If you need it, Driador's... I'll be here. What? Yes.
Fancy a chat?
Yeah? Always happy to see a new face. Been some time since we've had a new arrival. So long. Yeah?
What now?
Yes? Yes?
Yes? What do you want? I am not in the habit of making conversation with strangers, especially one of your stature. Please be quick. I see. Think very, very carefully about what you are saying. Octien is a Templar. He is in a position of the highest authority. And who, may I ask, are you? For you to accuse Octien without having a direct confession is not only meaningless, but contrary to all our procedures. Even if this were true, or even already suspected, it would have to be corroborated by Octien himself. That requires a confession. As he is not here to present the charges himself, I must assume that no such confession exists. Now, I have done all I can for you. Please, trouble me no further with this matter, especially with such insufficient evidence. We have already discussed this. Nothing short of a confession would convict him. As such, Templar Octien will remain undisturbed in the Livrarium.
Yes, hello.
Ah, the guest of Sandstone Villa. can the dumbest... Just as well.
Yes, yes, hello.
Hello. I'm here to send regrets on behalf of Templar Joriel. While she wishes to extend you aid, she's stymied by protocol. What she gave you was an official response. I'm here to give you another response. A personal one. I am a political aide for Templar Joriel. I operate in a number of capacities for the Templars' official and unofficial business. My superior has suspected for some time the crimes that you've levied against Templar Octien. But like you, she is frustrated by his status. Allow me to be direct. If you can make Templar Octien publicly acknowledge his crimes, then Templar Joriel will reward you. She will be your patron of sorts. You wish to bring the Templar to justice, yes? As my superior no doubt told you.
Hello, hi. What?
Care to browse? I can promise you'll always find the good... you need at Sembles. Please, come by again.
Who's there? What? What?
You're alive. What an unexpected and quite unfortunate turn of events. For starters, I expected you to be rotting in a sandy ditch somewhere. Supper for the carrion birds. Understand, you and I are alike. All we both want is to see this business reach its end. Did it? Here you stand, suspecting me of a great many crimes, yet unable to lift a finger. Tell me, who has the power? Or what? You'll slaughter me in a murderous rage? Typical. Your kind is as predictable as it is stupid. I'm afraid you'll find me quite hard to kill. Unfortunately, I cannot say the same for you. Attack me in this city, and I won't just have you clapped in irons. No, I'll hand you over to the scholars in the Basilica for research. A long career supporting vivification research has left me with certain advantages. You could say I'm more resilient than most of your enemies. The wise and the foolish both die. Is that justice? With the well of souls, I can change that. I can choose who deserves life. To think that yous gave away such a gift to you. Well, we've seen how you wasted your life. Perhaps I'll give Intrinio your corpse to examine. After all, you met your first death as his assistant. It would be a reunion. Of course. And it's such a pity you'll never find out. dare.
Well, if setting fire to the livrarium and hiring assassins is not an admission of guilt on Octien's part, I certainly don't know what is. It is clear that we Templars must make him assume responsibility for his actions, overt as well as hidden. Even though you went against my explicit instruction, you were effective. You have my respect. Should he survive the wounds earned in battle, I should think so. To that effect, I have ordered a moratorium on all of his current studies and projects. All, perhaps, save this mysterious Well of Souls. That one will take some deliberation, considering its various ethical and societal ramifications. Regardless, gnome society is in your debt, and we always pay what is owed. Ventrinio Desalini. One name I never expected to be brought into this business. It seems he has escaped the gallows yet again. I believe your friend Scholar Hughes may be able to help. While you were here, my people found him salvaging the tomes Octien attempted to burn. Now, you must excuse me. A Templar has fallen from power, and Edessa's political buzzards are circling.
Salutations.
This is a marvelous city to walk, isn't it? To look down on the crater from the walls, or up well.
Yes?
It was my mistake to assume that Octien would go quietly, or that he would leave evidence behind. Such a waste. Some of those books he burned were centuries old, but luckily for us, I was able to salvage some from the flames. Oh, a great many prizes. Treatises on the nature of death, tables upon tables of autopsy analyses, but only one item of true value. Octien's diary. Based off of what I've read in these pages, Ventrinio has been working on an island off of Cluricon. I'm afraid the dark wood of Cluricon still hides our Tuatha enemies. But this young lady, Ailyn Shear, says she has a solution for that. When you reach Ventrinio, beware. He is certainly a genius, but complicated. He may try killing you the second time for good measure. His mind may be dangerous, but it holds the secret to entering Alabastra, and you must find it. Oh, I will. In fact, I believe I'll be staying in Edessa to offer what support I can. With Octien out of the way, the people will be needing a new Templar, after all. You carry a grave responsibility now, my friend.
Hello. The Alpha have a grand city in Rathir, but very well. Blessings.
Happy to see another face in Sun Camp. Want to do... Do some trading? So long.
Enjoy the shade, Wanderer.
So, we have a new arrival in Sun Camp. I have heard tell of a traveler, a true thief with skills in metal. I assume that is you. Your arrival is a blessing of the Hierophants. I hope it will distract my camp from these idiotic rumors of Grim Onwig and his crusade. Very well. There are enough travelers in this camp speaking of this Grim Onwig. We must show that the work still waits. You are versed in our order, and we esteem the blessed Hierophant highly here. Go to the shrine in camp and pray if you wish for work. Farewell.
Enjoy the shade, one.
So the Shade has come to Sun Camp. I have seen what happened to Phasmer, such a tragedy. Lucky that you escaped it. I am reminded of a desert parable. An eagle, proud and fierce, was told that none could fly higher than the sun, and that the sun saw all. The eagle took flight with its great wings to block out the sun's light. It could not blot all the light, but it always cast its prey in shadow. You mean who is the eagle, who is the sun, and who is the prey? The lessons of parables lay in the mind of the listener. But you have come. I will have need of such obedience, from what is being said of Grim Onwig and his pathetic plans. The travelers will learn who provides for them and who should occupy their thoughts. And your work will be the conduit for this message. Whereas you stole many treasures earlier, you steal one now. The Master's Pick. It is said to open any lock. I have seen the pick in a small jewelry box on the personage of Elorin Kriet. Find her in the Odessa laboratories. It is an artifact of great power, sought after by all thieves and rogues, for it is said that no lock may withstand its magics. There is some form of confusion around this item. It was on Alorin, but it is unclear if something has occurred. Strike quickly. There is some manner of uncertainty at work here.
Another?
Yes?
bloody chest.
What?
Guards! Guards!
What?
I see you. You return, box and all. boxes are for opening, young thief. But still, this task can be held completed. Except it is not. There is no way into this box nor its contents. How can this pick be of any use to us? This note mentions Guyon Stebic. He's with Motus Mining. Break into his laboratory, find this Aravis engine, and use it to free the key then. From what I'm able to surmise, Guion seems to have some means at his disposal which Aloran. Break into Guion's lab and you can use the device. Farewell.
Help you? Welcome to the sun.
There is something curious at work here. The Hierophant predicted that you would steal the Master's pick, and you come back with this. I've hated Arcia for years. Always speaking truth, always. But this job, this failure, is a fallacy. How could the Hierophant be wrong? Never mind that. There is a more pressing matter at hand. The Hierophant has another task for you. You must pray at the Hierophant shrine in camp. Farewell.
Need anything?
Always time to toss a few dice, mate. Come back if you want to play.
Happy to see another face in Sun Camp. Wanted so long.
And lastly, you arrive. There is something hesitant in your step, I see. But it is not your step that concerns me. I have learned that an enemy of the Travelers is soon to meet his end. Mon Cointaker has been sentenced to execution. His is a sordid life, and his will be a fitting death. He was a cutthroat, a brigand, a highwayman, and former traveler. He left my flock when we would not serve his gruesome tastes, and with his bloody ways he amassed a great fortune coveted by many. It would be if he was not a monster and a cutthroat, but despite this, Mon has amassed a sizable hoard before his arrest. He has cost the Travelers dearly many times, and sullied our name with his murders. Let the Travelers see the price of those that cross me. He is being held in Convict's Cavern in Apatir. He will give you the key to his hoard. This I have foreseen.
Arjin was looking for you.
You're not supposed to be sniffing around over here. Go on now. Stay out of trouble.
Well, looks like one of Arjin's blew in here. Wonder what the guards would do if I called them over. But Mon won't do that, though it sounds a bit of fun. You are a traveler, aren't you? Suppose Sun Camp came to gloat. Well, They've welded my door shut until I reach the gallows, so it's yours. But this is only part of the key you'll need. See? I'm a fair man. I gave the other pieces to the Zungars and the Dark Varis. They're looking for my treasure right now, and I don't think they'll share. This is what you scabs get for picking at Morn's bones. Claim my gold if you dare. Arjin can hold my debt fulfilled if you survive. It's hidden in Snaketail Grotto, but the Zungars and the Dark Varis are probably at each other's throats trying to get it. Good hunting.
What's this?
Looks like Mon managed to pull the fast one on pretty much everyone. You know, I remember a time when the Hierophant couldn't be faulted, couldn't be fallible. Guess that's just sand in the desert breeze, Dove. I've found the missives of Sable, and how to get them. I need you to steal them for me. The Hierophant's power is clearly waning, and all the travelers will suffer for it eventually. I chose this path because of vengeance. I was wrong. It's the future of the travelers what's at stake. With a proper bit of skill, you're going where no thief of these lands has stepped foot. In the vaults beneath the Odessa Livrarium. Seems to be where the gnomes hide what they don't want found, missives included. I've arranged for Phasma to meet you there and show you the way in. He knows as much as I've told him. I'd have shown you the place myself, but after Owen's stand, I might be recognized. Phasma's got a good head on his shoulders. He'll help you just fine. These are gnomes we're dealing with, Dove. Forget gold, wine, and power. They prize knowledge above all else. I suspect something to be in those missives that means a great deal to them. But who cares? They've got the book, and we want it. Now go. When you've got it, I'll be waiting for you with some friends in the Hospitalis quarters. I need you to do... Lucky for us, you get on with you.